This is a very good seminar in the background of Oxford University. You see, this is the country was developed country in the world. They are talking about the access to food, not access. Okay, so Bangladesh is the country who is very much vulnerable for access the food, where the people, the 140 million people, it is a small land, but we are a densely populated people, and we have the coastal zone, big delta zone, where the people are living. Our poorest people are living, mostly poorest people, and we are facing the climate change also. And last year, 2007, we have the great problem: 2 floods and 1 sea door. So we have lost our 3 crops, and we are now really facing the problem of food, especially our main food, rice, the rice scarcity. And at this moment, this conference is really a good, interaction between the developing countries and developed countries, how to resolve this problem. Yes, because malnutrition is another thing. Because we maybe we can have the rice every day, but this is the single main food. But if you talking about the malnutrition, we need to quality food. We need to protein, fat, and other food also. But most of the people in Bangladesh, we don't have access to that food. We don't have access to nutrient, quality food, nutrient rich food. We are only depend on only maybe on rice. In most of the part of our country, children are suffering for malnutrition, because if we lost our crop for the different region, and I have already told that the land scarcity is another problem, and we are suffering for water. The drought is another problem. We need the security from water and security for water, both we need. So in this arena, our government trying to solve this problem, because Bangladesh is a agriculture based country, and it is more or less man-made agriculture. It is not a technical based agriculture. So we train the people, our government trying to train the people to go for different types of food diversification and solve this problem. We have a good manpower. We are for 140 million people in our country. We need the skilled manpower, and from the developed country, if we get the technology to improve our food production, our different types of help, like technological help, and blend with our traditional technology, it could be more money, give more incentive to our people. And we also urge the whole community of the world about the climate change issues, because climate change will be the big problem for our country. You have already heard that the Britain will also suffer for that, but we will suffer more because we are poor country. We are not have that type of infrastructure, the shelter, clothes, food, agriculture, everything will be devastating. So developed countries should come with us. They are asking us for adaptation, but I will urge the whole world, the developed world, to mitigate the problem of which is the cause for the climate change, to address those things. They should emit less carbon dioxide. They should be more friendly with environment, lifestyle. They should change their lifestyle also, and also to calm the developed world with this type of Bangladesh, like Bangladesh, Maldives, that a combined effort to give the. I can give one example that this time UK, 25th March, we have a meeting with UK Bangladesh by the support of DFID about the climate change and our agriculture pattern and all these things, and it will be going to happen in UK last week of March this year. Sorry, last week of May this year, and it will be happen in UK to to inform the whole world leader about the situation of Bangladesh. So that type of things can bring the the developed world to concentrate the Bangladesh government or people. This time in Bangladesh, we don't have the other day we don't have the fog, but this time we have facing fog. If it is fog, the seeds will not come out, seed will not formed, and our one fruits, that is mango, that will not be going to fruits, and the flood, if you have the 3 times flood, drought, the crop pattern will be changed. We have to now, in many places we are going to grow the maize, we are going to grow the other crops, because we are going to adopt the things. But this is not the solution. This the climate change is a big threat for Bangladesh, because we are staying low-lying area. Most of the people are staying in sea, and if the sea level become higher and the temperature become higher, then sea level will higher, and then our most of the 30% of the area will be inundated. So the people will be refugees, and that is a big problem. This type of conference, is very important for us, because we can share our knowledge here. We can, we can give the information about our country, our culture, our problems. So YBC, what they are doing every year, I attended 6 YBC meeting, and I found that they always try to bring the different types of people here, different subject of people here, who can discuss, and we can jointly solve the problem. So this is a very important program for like us. Now we can share, we can give our some recommendation to also the developed countries. And in Oxford, there is a lot of scientists are here. They can hear the things, and they can collaborate the scientific research with us for climate change and for other things also, for food, for how to low cost technology to adopt in our country. They can handshake with us with the for the research. We always think that traditional things is very good, and now like UK, you want to go back to traditional things, that you impose to you people, children, to train about the cooking habit and not to take the junk food. I am always like, we are always considering these things, that in Bangladesh we have not that much opportunity to go to the junk food or the modern food or that things. We are nowadays, still now we are in cooking habit. We are taking our own food, but in India, China, Brazil, they have buying capacity more. They are growing very fastly. Maybe they will realize same things. But in our country, we are always trying to be, in home. It is we always trying to be. We are working, especially our organization, also working to be more traditional, to be more indigenous with modern outlook. we have to be modern, but in some way, in some cases, we should be indigenous. But it is you are right. Sometimes we maybe go for the junk food. It is already starting. We have already KFC in our country. We have already Pizza Hut in our country. So it is growing, but we should be, very cautious about it, because our young generation should be more, more traditional, because of the Western media, the access to the computer, internet, everything. The people are one society, they are going to this, but we should be very cautious right the moment. Like I think you are late, you are now starting to talking, but from this lesson I can take this information to my country, that they are trying to back their own tradition. We are now stop. We can have the time to stop the things.